In India, Hindu devotees are pouring into the northern city of Ayodhya for the opening of the Ram Temple. It's an event that's being portrayed as a long-awaited victory by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his ruling Hindu nationalist BJP. The temple was built on grounds where a mosque stood for centuries, but in 1992, that building was torn down, triggering religious riots. DW correspondent Adil Bhatt travelled to Ayodhya to speak with both Hindus and Muslims and found a city where religious politics have some feeling triumphant and others left out.
Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram!
Thousands of Hindu devotees make their way to the Ram Temple in Ayodhya. The city is brimming with excitement ahead of its inauguration.
It feels like Diwali. I'm ecstatic and happy and feel like dancing. I feel like taking Lord Ram in my arms and roaming around the place.
This is an occasion for all Hindus to come together. The construction of the Ram Temple is the beginning of the Hindu nation. It will bring all Hindus together.
In this election year, this mix of politics and religion is visible all over town. Flags of the ruling party flutter alongside images of the Hindu deity Ram. The message is that this new temple is a gift from the ruling party, the BJP, to India's Hindu majority. This grand gesture is matched by smaller local campaigns. Local BJP parliamentarian Lalu Singh and his party workers are busy cleaning other temple grounds. Prime Minister Modi's government wants to turn all of Ayodhya into holy land, he explains.
Every house in Ayodhya is a temple. We need to believe in this.
The project is central to Modi's re-election bid.
Hindus are the majority in this country. It is their culture that will prevail. Demolishing the mosque was the right thing to do. It brought to an end a debate that had been ongoing for 500 years.
The site has been a source of tensions between Hindus and Muslims for decades. In 1992, Hindu fundamentalists tore down the 16th century mosque known as the Babri Masjid. They said it was built by Muslim rulers on the ruins of an earlier Ram temple, which they believe to be the birthplace of the Hindu god. It sparked rioting throughout the country. Almost 2,000 people were killed in the sectarian violence. In this Muslim neighborhood, people who witnessed those events still bear the emotional scars. Khalik Ahmed fears that the upcoming rallies around the inauguration could turn violent.
See, sometimes when you're deeply hurt, you neither speak nor cry. We've not come out of that situation, the pain and trauma of demolition. Honestly speaking, there is no one to protect us or give justice to us. And this feeling has been there since December 1992 until today.
For the devotees who have gathered on this bitterly cold evening, their celebrations and prayers are not about politics.
We will light up the city, give out sweets and rejoice.
Events next week promise to be even grander, but with the temple still under construction, critics say Modi's rush to inaugurate the temple is all about the upcoming election.
Let's get more from DW correspondent Adil Bhatt, who is now in Delhi. Adil, why is Prime Minister Modi inaugurating a half-finished temple?
So, Bresh, it's outrightly a political act, so somehow which is linked to the elections in the coming months. So as we know, for the BJP, the Ram Temple has been a long-standing promise for election campaigns. So it was part of their election manifestos as well. So this temple has always been tied to BJP's Hindu nationalist agenda. And for them, it's at the heart of the re-election campaign this year. So by inaugurating this unfinished temple, I think Modi is clearly projecting himself as the leader of Hindu majority, a man who delivers his promises And in the process, he's also consolidating his social base. But it's also interesting to say that, that some Hindu priests have refused to attend the event, saying that inauguration of under-constructed temple is against scriptures.
And in the run-up to the inauguration, Prime Minister Modi has himself been visiting temples across the country, particularly in the south of the country, and taking part in various religious ceremonies as well. Why has he been doing that?
So I think it's clear election strategy. So this trend of visiting temples is in continuity to the inauguration of Ram Temple. And this is all linked to election. On the one side, the Ram Temple is already consolidating votes in Hindi belt in northern India, and the visits in the northern states like Andhra Pradesh and Kerala are part of the mobilization campaign, while they don't have a strong hold or a support base, we can say. So they believe that this politicization of temples will build a Hindu support base in southern India. So this is kind of like just appealing to religious sentiments of people for political gains. And we also know that it has been reported that Prime Minister Modi is sleeping on the floor and is on 11-day fast for Ram Temple inauguration and is drinking only coconut water.
So the Prime Minister of the country and his BJP party are both heavily involved in promoting the inauguration of a Hindu temple in multi-religious India. What is the message that the government is sending?
So, Bresh, I think political messaging is clear here. With the entire party invested in the inauguration, they want to send a clear message. And that message is that this country belongs to the Hindus, and they are the custodians of the glorious Hindu past and culture. And somehow, I think by promoting this inauguration, it's also about reclaiming Hindu past. This is also somehow seen by many experts as a move towards declaring India as a Hindu Rashtra, I think, which is a blow to their secular traditions or credentials. Also in our report, you must have seen few kilometers away, BJP parliamentarians openly mobilizing in temples, using these cleaning drive campaigns just to convince voters that it was Prime Minister Modi, who was responsible for building this temple.
And by Hindu Rashtra, you obviously mean a Hindu nation. But where does India's political opposition stand on this, Adil?
So the opposition sees it as a political gimmick because of the timing of the inauguration. But Bresh, I think we need to understand that the opposition was also initially struggling to put forward a clear stand on this issue, and they were struggling for weeks. And it's now recently that the opposition came out to say that they will boycott the inauguration because they see it as a political stunt or a political project, they say. And they see Modi government politicization of temple is to benefit them electorally in the upcoming election. And they also send the statement that for them, religion is a personal matter. Right. But what remains to be seen, absence of opposition political parties will alienate too many voters in its bid to defeat BJP in upcoming 2024 elections.
Adil Bhatt in Delhi, we'll leave it there. Thanks so much.